record. Welcome everybody to the second call of the Vital Behaviors group. Okay, so the first week we really focused on inviting, and I'm looking to see who's on this call. And I think all of you guys were pretty active in the group with posting your invites and really just, well, I'm gonna mute everybody. And really just being consistent. You guys, there's no like secret sauce or anything like that. There's just for success, basically. There's just a bunch of little puzzle pieces that you have to do in order to like have the puzzle be complete. And when you're missing one of those puzzle pieces, then you're going to struggle or you might not see results. And those puzzle pieces can be different. They can be not having consistency with inviting, not having consistency with posting, not having the courage to share your journey. Maybe it's not adding new friends or not doing personal development. I mean, these are all like little pieces to this puzzle. In this business, I mean, I say this all the time. And so those of you guys who've been around for a while, you've heard me say this. This business is not hard to do. It's really not hard to do. But it's also very easy not to do. So it's easy to do and it's easy not to do. And, I'm looking, okay, so there's 7 people on this call right now. And when we kicked off this group, I don't know how many people were on it, but I just know that there's probably close to 30 or 40 people in the Vital Behaviors group. And 7 people are on a Sunday night. And I know that, there's a lot going on. There's stuff on TV. People are getting ready for work, different time zones. I get it. But showing up is one of those little puzzle pieces. And you guys are all here, and so I'm preaching to the choir. But I want you to know that that's a part of it. Being plugged into the team, showing up on calls, being active in the team pages, showing up to events like Super Saturday and Summit and Edge, and when we have our team retreat and things like that. These are all things that when you look at other successful coaches, you can bet that they're plugged in, that they show up, that they go to events. They've got all these little puzzle pieces together. And so my hope is that you guys, with having a week of really focusing on inviting, and it just happened to be that last week fell and it was like the last week of the month. So I know a lot of you guys were pushing extra hard, and you still have 24 hours. You still have tomorrow to get Success Club. And that's another thing, you guys, looking to see like who's on the call. I think it's fair to say that you guys are all here. You want to build serious businesses. You want to help people. You want to have Beachbody be a mainstream or significant stream of income. And so one of your non-negotiables is Success Club. Because here's the thing, if you want to build your team, and building your team is what's going to create substantial income, when you have like-minded people coming and doing this with you, if you want to build your team, then you have to have challengers. You have to have challengers if you want to build your team. You can't skip that step. Very rarely will somebody come in and be like an outstanding coach and care and have compassion and they skip the challenger spot. It just doesn't happen that way most of the time. You've got to have challengers coming in. And so that is why Success Club or Lives Club is so important. Because you're literally changing lives and plugging them in, and then they love it. They see results. They love the environment. And then when it's time to invite them to coaching, or they're watching your Facebook page, they're like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to be a part of this. And so making Success Club non-negotiable is one of those puzzle pieces that matter. If you don't make it non-negotiable, then you're not going to build your team. You just won't. And your team will duplicate you, which means they won't be hitting Success Club. And that's another thing. You won't be building a team because they're just going to duplicate what you're doing. And, I've been in both spots. There's been months I don't hit Success Club for like periods of time. And when I do that, my team, it's not growing. I don't have new coaches coming on board because I'm not hitting Success Club. So then the following month, I'm not introducing any new coaches onto my team. So it's all these little puzzle pieces that, if you just look at it alone, it's not that big of a deal. But when you're looking at it as a whole, you've got to have everything covered. And here's the other thing. The reason inviting or the vital behaviors, specifically inviting, is so important is, I've had it where it's literally been down to the very last day of the month and I'm scrambling to get 3 people to hit Success Club. And that's really stressful. And there's just no reason for it because you have like 30 days in a month. And if you were consistent all month, every single day, then you wouldn't be leaving it to the very last day of the month. And chances are, if you are somebody who's leaving it to the very last day of the month, I bet this isn't the first time this has happened. I bet this is probably more of a habit, and you've experienced this more times than just now, right? And so it's about changing our habits. It's about changing how we operate. I had a call with Sherry this morning. Sherilyn is on the call. I'm sure you won't care that I'm talking about you, but okay, so Sherilyn's like at Success Club 16. I was like, what are you at? Like Success Club 7? She's like, no, 16. And that's amazing. And that's a pretty big number for her. And I know that there's been periods of time in the past where you have struggled to hit Success Club. And if you're struggling to change 3 lives, it's a direct result of you being inconsistent in the important things that need to happen. And a lot of it has to do with inviting. And so what I want you guys to do is be very intentional with your inviting. Be very intentional with the conversations that you have going. Be very intentional how you're posting on social media every single day. You have to be intentional. If you want this to become a 6-figure income for you, if you want to make multiple 6 figures with this, and why not you? I mean, we could probably all list off 100 girls right now that we know that are making multiple 6 figures within this business that are like no different than you or I. So why not you? But if you want that to happen, then you're going to have to be very intentional, and you're going to have to be consistent, and you're going to have to grow, and you're going to have to change your habits. It's very, very important. And so one of the things is about being intentional is your social media presence. Right? And so we've kind of talked about the mindset behind inviting, and the fact that if you're sitting on your couch tonight watching the Oscars and you know you should be inviting people, but you're like, I don't really have anybody to invite, and I'm watching this, and I'll do it tomorrow. For like you sitting on that couch, there's like hundreds of people who are sitting on that couch unhappy. Marriages are struggling. They look in the mirror and they hate how they feel. They hate how they look, and it's selfish for us to just sit there and not be intentional, not be laser focused, not create habits of intentionality every single day. So piggybacking on inviting, today we're going to talk about the next vital behavior, which is being proof that the products work, or being a product of the product. Okay. And so what does that mean? That means that you're on the journey too, right? You're on the journey too. You're drinking Shakeology every single day. You're working out, you're doing the programs, you're sharing your journey. There's no way, and especially with newer coaches, there's no way you could possibly talk about how great Shakeology is if you're not drinking it every day. And sometimes, like, I'll have a new coach tell me, oh, I canceled my Shakeology for next month because I have like 3 bags sitting from from the past like 3 months. And I'm like, haven't you been drinking it? Like, what? How does that happen? So you need to be doing this stuff every single day. It doesn't mean that you need to have a huge transformation story. And here's the thing, you guys, we're all different. Some of us, some of us have like 100-pound transformation story. Sherilyn, like, I don't know how much you're like 60, 70 pounds, like totally transformed your body. Karen, 30 pounds, I think you are, maybe 40, I don't know, but I sat next to you a couple weekends ago and your arms were freaking amazing. And I know you worked for that. And Jen, like, you're like size 20 something to like a 6 or whatever it is, like crazy, right? So some of us have like really awesome transformation stories. And of course, you're going to use that to inspire others. Other people, you don't have like 50 pounds to lose. And so your story is going to be a bit different. You know, maybe it's about eating healthier. You know, like they say like people that are like, is it skinny fat or I don't know, but like people who like, maybe they're a size 6, but they're not toned. They don't have muscle definition. They don't love how they feel. Or maybe they're a size 6 just because they were blessed with good genetics and metabolism. But if you ask them to do a 30-minute workout, there's like no way they could. And they eat like crap and their health is off and whatever it is. I mean, and so they're not going to have a 50-pound weight loss story, but they're going to have a story. They've got a transformation and a journey to share with people and connect with people. And then there's people who like, maybe you're like a brand new coach, or a lot of times like when you talk to challengers and you say, hey, have you ever considered coaching? And they're like, oh no, I would need to lose a lot more weight before I was a coach. I don't have the confidence to do that. And that's when you tell them like, no, being a coach just means that you're on the journey, right? You're just on the journey. And when you genuinely understand that, and you genuinely understand what really motivates people, then you can talk to yourself if it's that voice in your head that's sabotaging you, or you can talk to that new challenger and explain to them how this works. And you know what? And I've said this before, and I don't know where I learned this from, but everybody loves the underdog. Everybody loves to watch people rise above whatever struggles they have, the pain that they have, the whatever life has given them that they've put on that 100 pounds or those 20 pounds or whatever it is. And to share that journey of changing from the inside out and losing that weight, you better believe that you're going to have so many people watching you, cheering for you, even if it's silently, and just rooting for you, okay? And so wherever you're at, and here's the other thing, it doesn't even matter if you've lost weight, gained it, and now you're sitting here and you're like, I'm 70 pounds heavier than what I want to be, and I don't even know where to begin because I've been a coach for like 8 years or whatever it is. Like, you just have to get back on. You just have to plug back in. And you guys, that is one of the great things about coaching, is the accountability that it brings in life. Because you can fall off the wagon, and you probably will fall off the wagon if you're human, because life can just give you a crazy sucker punch, or, you know, it's just an up and down. It ebbs and flows, right? But the great thing about coaching is that being a product is a product. It's a core behavior. It's a vital behavior. And so you've got all these people that are surrounding you that, you know, you're not going to fall off for too long. Eventually, you're going to get back on. And lucky for us, we have the best programs and the best nutrition and the best plans. I mean, 21 days to jumpstart you and get you back in the game and get your head back in the game. That's not like 3 months, or that's not like 6 months. That's 21 days. And people get amazing results. You guys know that, right? And so it's a vital behavior for, you know, very important reasons, okay? And so what I want you guys to do, and what I want you to have intentionality with this week, is really sharing your story. You have a story. Something attracted you to join a challenge group. Something attracted you to coaching. And a lot of times we don't tell our story enough, but it's our story that's going to connect people to us. And so what I want you to be intentional about is sharing your story, sharing your journey, utilizing 3 days. We're going to utilize 3 days this week: Transformation Tuesday, Throwback Thursday, and Face-to-Face Friday. Okay? So what we're going to do is, on those 3 days, everybody in these groups are going to use those hashtags on Instagram and Facebook and find a way to share your journey, to share how you are being a product of the products. So for some of you, that might be a before and after. For others of you, it might be, a throwback to last week when you were feeling super down and hopeless, but March 1st, you started 21 Day Fix, and it happens to be the first of the month on Tuesday. And so you feel amazing and you post a picture of yourself after your workout or something like that. Like, people can relate to that. People can relate to that stuff. Okay, so we're going to do Transformation Tuesday, Throwback Thursday, and Face-to-Face Friday. And you can use your challengers. You can use other coaches. Spotlight people. Spotlight your challengers. Spotlight coaches on your team if you have them. The more you can do that, the more it gives credibility to you, right? And so feel free to do that. Whenever you see another coach share their journey or story on our team, you are more than welcome to share their journey and story as well, like in their pictures, because that motivates people. But those 3 days, I want you to really utilize those hashtags, because most people, when they're searching Transformation Tuesday on Instagram or on Facebook, they're looking for motivation. I know myself, I do. Like, I'll go through Transformation Tuesdays. I want to see those before and afters. I want to see pictures. Like, it motivates me. Like, whoa, oh my God, I totally look like this girl right now. Like, I think I can identify her. And oh my God, look where she's at. That's awesome. People look at those hashtags for motivation. So I want you to be intentional about really sharing your transformation, your journey, how you are being a product of the products. Does that make sense? Okay, so on top of continuing to inviting, listen, for those of you guys who have not yet hit Success Club, you have 24 hours in this month. I want you to work like there's $10,000 on the line. If you work with me one-on-one, you know I say this often, and I didn't make this up. My dad told me this. He was like, Andrea, because I was talking to him once about a goal that I had, and he was like, all right, I want you to work as if you hit this goal, you're going to get $10,000 cash. So if you have not hit Success Club yet, I want you to tell yourself, okay, if I hit Success Club in February, on March 1st, I'm going to get $10,000 cash. Would you hit Success Club 5? I'm really serious. I want you to picture $10,000 in your hands on March 1st. If you hit Success Club 5 in February, would you do it? Yes. So what would you be doing differently? How urgent would you be acting? How crazy and just laser focused would you be? Who would you invite that right now you're not inviting because you're nervous about something, or you just haven't? I mean, you'd go crazy, right? There was and I'll share this real quickly, and then I want to share a video with you guys. When I was going for 5-star, and I've shared this before, but when I was going for 5-star, I neglected to read the policy and procedures well enough, right? And so I just thought you needed 5 diamonds. I didn't realize that you needed like 21 active coaches too. I missed that part. So it's Monday. Okay. And I had my success partner, Sarah, and we were both planning on going 5-star that week. So by Wednesday night, we had to have 5-star locked in place so we could both wake up Thursday morning with 5-star. So it's Monday night, and I'm by myself, and I'm stressing because I got myself, my second CBC. I think Charles was one of my diamonds, so I'm working his business, and then I'm trying to rally in my 2 other people. It's very stressful. And then I realized, oh my God, I am 7 coaches short of having like 20 some active. I think it's like 23 active coaches. So that means that in 72 hours, I needed to either get 7 brand new coaches or like try and get people to go active. And mind you, I had my second CBC, I had Charles's business and my business. I mean, I was going 120% just to get those 5 diamonds in line. Then to find out I had to get 7 more coaches. I remember calling my success partner, Sarah, and I was crying. I was literally crying. I said, I'm not going to get done. There's no way. I got nobody else. Like, I've literally exhausted everything. And she was like, listen to me. And at that time, if we hit 5-star on that day, then we were going to get like I think it was like a $5,000 or $6,000 bonus. And she was like, listen to me. You are going to get this done because you said you were. So quit effing playing around and get your shit together. Quit crying and get it done. And like literally, and I'm like, okay. And she's like, there's $5,000 on the line, Andrea. Get this done. And so I literally went through and I don't know how I did it. I still to this day, I don't know how it happened, but it happened. I signed 7 brand new coaches in like less than 3-day period of time. And it I mean, honestly, I don't know how, but I just know that it was because I went crazy and I said, failing it's not an option. It's not an option. And so I started talking to everybody and I spent hours and hours messaging and things like that. And so, but that mentality, that taught me something. That experience told me that when it becomes non-negotiable and it's something that you want so badly, when you work hard and when you just go 120% and it's non-negotiable not to hit it, something happens in the universe, like blessings come. I don't know what it is, but it happens. And your hard work, it pays off. And it kind of all comes together. And that's the mentality that I want you guys to have from here on out. It's February. We're already going into the 3rd month of 2016. Every single girl on this call, person on this call, you guys, you need to make this year like a life-changing year. Go 120%. Make Success Club non-negotiable. When you set these goals, you hit these goals. And I'm telling you, I promise you, 1 year from now, you're going to look back and your business is going to be in a totally different place. And your weekly income is probably going to blow your mind. But you know what? When you look back on everything that you did to get there and all the hard work and all the discipline and everything, you're going to be like, wow, you yourself are going to be a different person. And that's what this business does, because like your success and your failure, it's totally dependent upon you. Just like your fitness journey. This business and our fitness journeys, they go hand in hand. Your fitness journey is totally dependent upon you. And it's so mental, right? It's so mental. The same thing with this business. Okay, I want to share something with you guys from Elizabeth Hartle, who's a coach, and I hope this is going to work. So let me see here. I think I need to go to my desktop. Okay, wait a minute here. Let's see. Okay, can you guys see YouTube right now? Sherry, I can see you. Can you see YouTube? Okay, I'm going to see if you guys can hear YouTube. Can you hear her? Can you hear her?
And they were saying 2 different things. One was,
yeah, I can hear her lightly.
Okay, hold on. I'll wait. Let me oh, what did I just do? Hold on one sec. I'm gonna turn my volume up. Oh. Okay, actually, I'm gonna stop this. Can you guys not hear? Oh wait, let me try and turn it up all the way. Can you hear this or no? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop this share. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post that link to the video. It's 6 minutes long. It's not very long. But I'm going to post the link to the video on under like the thread that's got this call. I want you guys to listen to it because she was in the 22-minute hardcore test group. But she shares the number one thing that has helped move her business forward, and it's absolutely in line with just being a product of the product. So make sure that you watch it and then really, see how you feel about it and like how it reflects to you or whatever. So I will do that. Does anybody have any questions, and is everybody on board for at least those 3 days, making sure that you share your journey? And for those of you guys who are in the Diamond group, reach out to your coaches and give them this challenge as well. Like spread this down to them, because if they're not in the Emerald group, they might not know that. But those are easy ways for people, especially newer coaches, to kind of ease into sharing their journey. Okay. So, Oh, look, there's Sherilyn's. You just paused it, and then I just saw yours. Okay, wait, one comment. Let's see here. Yes. Oh, Rissa. Oh, I didn't know you were on. Yes, Rissa, that's a big goal. Oh my gosh, so exciting. Rissa, you guys, is at Success Club 20, and she's only been working the business 2 months. So January, she hit like Success Club 12 maybe, or 14, I don't even know. She ended up coming to the team retreat. Like, I asked her, and then a week and a half later, she's like, I'm in, which is crazy. And now this month, she's at Success Club 20, which is really crazy, and one coach away from her Emerald goal. So very cool. So send her good vibes, send her love. You can do it. All right, guys, thank you so much for jumping on the call. So focus on inviting, and then really be intentional this week about how to share your journey with the products. And when in doubt, go stalk other coaches who are really good. When you hear Coaches Tomorrow's names, the top challenge pack sales, the top recruiter, when you hear those coaches' names on the National Wake Up Call, go to their pages, go look at them, because they're in the hustle right now. They're doing it. And so go see how they're doing it, and then tweak it and make it your own. Okay, awesome. All right, guys, well, have a good night.